Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for joining me here today so that we could discuss The Truman Show. So this movie stars Jim Carrey as Truman, a guy who seems to kind of have a pretty decent life. He's got a wife, he's got a job, he's got friends, he's got a nice house. He seems to pretty kind of have it all together, except that things aren't exactly as they appear. As it turns out, Truman is the unaware star of a 24/7 reality show that's beamed all across the world. He doesn't know that his life is just a TV show and that everyone that he knows is an actor and that everything is kind of planned around him. It's all part of this like big high concept show. And eventually he starts to see little cracks as if actors kind of try to clue him in. Satellite falls out of the sky. He starts to notice patterns and realize like, hey, maybe the things that I'm seeing aren't real. And the movie follows him as he tries to discover the truth. So The Truman Show to me is a great movie. This is an amazing concept. As someone who watches a lot of YouTube IRL, it definitely I like this concept. But it also kind of plays a little bit into simulation theory and stuff like that, as far as like some of the like pattern matching and stuff like that. I think there's a lot of really interesting stuff in this movie beyond just like the storyline and stuff. I think this is the kind of movie that you watch it and it like kind of triggers you to think about some like deeper issues and stuff like that. But I think it's just as a movie, I think it's amazing. I think the cast is fantastic. Jim Carrey, Ed Harris. I think it's just amazing performances. Jim Carrey's fantastic here. I love the world building within like Truman's world of seeing like the little production elements of how they do things to make them look real for Truman. I love the behind the scenes stuff where you've got the director like doing interviews and you get to hear like his perspective on how the show's going. I just think this is a really interesting, really unique movie that takes I don't want to say a well-worn concept, but I mean, we've all kind of, especially in the era of reality TV and YouTube, we all understand the concept of, kind of being viewed much more than just like a half hour per week. And I think it does a great job of kind of exploring some ideas and opening up some kind of making you think about things a little bit more. And at the end of the day, I just think it's a great movie. I love the story. I love the concept. I love the vibe of it. I just think The Truman Show is a fantastic movie that definitely sticks, at least it stuck with me anyway. But that's my review for The Truman Show. Fantastic movie, just an absolute vibe. But anyway, if you want to check out more of my reviews, you can go right here on YouTube to my movie review playlist. But until then, thanks for watching this one, and hopefully I'll see you soon.